apartment storage building. We want to talk about communication. Who do you consult with on the fire department, and what is your determination that that is an adequate building as a fire department? And let me frame this question with, I've been involved in emergency services for over 35 years from every level, from firefighter to fire chief of the department. And what you have in this town and what you are calling adequate storage for your fire department is not a fire station. A fire station isn't just a garage with trucks in it. A fire station is a hub where your firefighters can learn, they can store their equipment appropriately, they can prepare their equipment to respond. It is a hub of emergency services. A garage is not a fire station. Right now, our men and women that serve this department and serve this town have to store their gear in appropriate conditions for the type of gear you're carrying. Your trucks are not stored adequately and maintained the way they should be by nationally recognized standards under NFPA 1901. And to just build another building to park a truck in does not constitute a fire station. This town has not had a fire station for over 3 years. Its members have not had the ability to adequately train in their own facility for 3 years, to store their equipment and maintain it appropriately for 3 years. And then you forge ahead with a project, just ask where you got your information for this, that a building that we share with Public Works to park a truck adequately constitutes a fire station.
Okay, are you done?
I am, sir.
All right, thanks. Okay, so I've been doing this for 14 plus years. Dealing with emergency, fire department, the whole thing. So let's just make sure I have the context. Now, let me address this. You have been without a fire station, as you just described, for more than 40 years. Okay, not just 3.5, not just 3.5 years, but more than 40 years, because when this town agreed to move its fire department out of where it was positioned, it had those kind of storage places, and moved it into an already dilapidated building. That's been 40 plus years ago. Okay, so we recognized that when we started the process on the existing building. So all the things you're talking about is built into that design. So that's there. Next question. So until that's done, until that is completed, we have to put them somewhere. We built a $50,000 building down here for the fire department. Okay, so the storage, I get it. That's not adequate. And if it was, you wouldn't see the design that's back here right now. Now, we need to have that same passion for these other employees that are working in this dilapidated building back here that's already working in asbestos, and it's already determined that's an unsafe place, but we don't have that same energy that you just expressed for the people that works in there every day. That's in this description that Rob submitted. It talks about it's a volunteer fire department. It won't be there all the time, and so the O&M, the majority of that should go to these people part-time. So we have a passion to put, and I love and care about all of the employees and the people here. But we got to have that same energy and same focus. I have not heard you speak on this building that these people work in, or the citizens that come into this unsafe place. Let me finish. They come into this unsafe place that structures, things are falling down, and they're living in every day. So my point is, I'm trying to make, we are trying to make this a safe, workable place for everybody, to include the firefighters. I don't exclude anyone, because you're doing great work. You're volunteers, you're doing great work. What we're saying is that we have to follow that process, and this right here is going to send a confused message to the people out here. So I get it. I've done this a long time. I've been in the business of saving lives and putting people in tough positions all my life. So when it comes down to doing anything, the first thing is safety. And that's for all. Not the people just I have responsibility for, but for all that is a part of it, whether they're visitors or employees. So we're on the same sheet of music that what we're saying to you and to this body and everybody is that it's the proper way to do it, just be prepared. We're not saying scrap it. What we're saying now is we got to make sure that those who are going to pay for this thing, because we don't have that. Our little small budget is less than $4 million. So to add another O&M cost, just like I think the ladder truck, great idea, it came in handy, it was there when we had this major fire, but the reality is there's about another $20,000 that has come with maintaining that, and we've absorbed it. It's important, we know that, and we're going to make those sacrifices. But I'm saying for us as a body, we should be having this conversation with the people up there that controls the purse. And we have not done that in a unified fashion. That has been just few of us. So I get it, and I'm with you, but don't question my concern for the safety of the people or my experience. I know I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just saying for the safety of the people and how I look at things in great detail.
And I do take offense to the fact that you say I did not have the passion and the energy or supported these other ideas. Every time it comes to a meeting, I've supported the initiatives you've put through, Mr. Mayor.
No, not those ideas.
I take offense to that.
No, not those ideas. I'm talking about the fact that
I understand.
these folks I haven't heard you say that in public about the conditions they're working in.
I've also came to you about people not wearing their safety vests. I've came to you about people not using appropriate safety. These same people that you're concerned about. So don't come here and say that I don't have concerns.
You have, but you haven't addressed the issue that's being held up by this body who is going to be making a decision about these projects.
Yes, I did.
And you know
I approved that list that came through at that last meeting with the list, here are our priorities. Did I give a nay vote? Did I give an abstention? Do I give you an affirmative?
Let me ask you this, were you a part of the conversation with Mr. Stamper when you submitted this?
Yes, I was on the committee that worked on this.
So
and we actually had discussions with you, and when you come sit and meet with us to go over this, and you deferred to coming to those meetings.
You didn't have that. He asked me, and the reason I didn't, because I don't, it's like what the attorney said, I do not want to confuse these people that I'm asking for the fire department, that they are sitting on the money to finish this one. It will take them less than a year to complete this, and you will have a state-of-the-art. So why would I entertain a conversation and not have spoken to the leadership from that county, the county that says that they're going to take full responsibility for the funding for this? I'm not going to have that conversation. I'm not going to do that because it's not, we're confusing.
If you would have sat and met with us as we was working on this project and gave us that feedback early on, this would have never made the list.
So this is your feedback. You voted on this. You were here.
Yes, but this was, and you said that the fire department's working on the project. If you would have gave us that feedback before Roger put that together, it would have been dead in water. This would have never made it here.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sir, you voted on this. This is what you said.
Right.
And then you went 3 days or 4 days later and submitted another project. So I don't need to tell you that. You're a smart man.
You already knew this project and you gave an affirmative that you were interested in moving forward.
That's not true. You want me to read what I said? I said I will review what he submitted. That's in text message. I said I will review that. And I came back to him after we voted on this, Mr. Stamper will tell you, and I told him I will not be attending that meeting. Do I need to read that?
You sent me, yes, you sent
text. All right, so then once we voted on this closed the deal on any discussion of anything else because we had the 1st of April to submit this. So to continue with the process, I mean, that's good for exercise, but it doesn't support this process here. And then it didn't come through us. If you would submit that to us, what I would have had to do is come back to this body and say, hey, now we have another project, and here's all the particulars based on the research done by the fire department.
And hopefully that answers your question.
That didn't happen.
In the mayor's strong form of government, we went to the mayor.
No, that's not we.
He had a conversation with the mayor.
I've explained that, and Rob will tell you. He came to me in passing and said, this is what they were doing. I had my question to him, because again, we have a history of these folks. My question to him is Angela Christian in support of this? He didn't have that answer. So a discussion between EMS or emergency responders is one thing, but there's decision makers.
Mm-hmm.
So then, I didn't have that answer. I don't have an agreement. It didn't matter. So then it wasn't going anywhere. So when we brought this to you, you voted on this. That should have killed any other submissions, unless we came back to this body. That's all we're saying to you. I didn't give anybody to go ahead. That's in text message between myself and Rob Stamper. I did not give you to go ahead. I said, I told him on the 25th, after this was done, I will review what you have. That's it.
Copy.
That's it.
Track it.
Okay. So I appreciate everybody. This is where we are. And again, this is not a dead deal until I speak with these folks and we'll see where it is. But right now, it's competing with another 60 some odd projects in the total of about $211 million. And that's about $100 plus million over what they anticipate to collect over the 8-year period. Okay?